everyone. We, a team of 8 members at DigiDoodle, bring to you a new tech innovation in smart pens. Though a lot of smart pens are available in the market, but our DigiDoodle is different from all. Want to know a lot about our product? Let's start with knowing about us and our company. Our company name is DigiDoodle. The left-hand side of the screen contains the brand logo and the tagline, which includes rethink and sharpen infinite ideas. DigiDoodle is also the name of the product, which is a smart pen with stylus thumb pen. It is a startup founded in VIP Vellore in August 2020. It is headquartered at Vellore and owned by 8 people. The legal structure of the company includes general partnership. The advantages of the general partnership include the various different strengths of the owners can help the business cope with different kinds of problems. Easy to start a small-scale business. It is also tax-saving as the profits are divided equally among the members. It is an efficient choice for students like us as it is less formal with fewer legal obligations. Objectives of our product include sanitization. As we provide a sanitizer compartment in the product itself, you can sanitize your gadgets and hands anywhere, anytime. It saves paper as we provide a booklet of eco paper, which is formed by recycled papers, and whatever you scribble on the paper is reflected on the computer screen as well. It also solves the problem of too many gadgets, as some companies claim their gadgets to be compatible with their devices, but our product is compatible with all the smart gadgets. DigiDoodle is a product of a stationery industry. The market for smart pen is huge in European and American countries, but we can see a gradual growth in India as well in this field. The current status and prospects of the stationery industry are expected to grow at an annual rate of 10%. General competitors are divided into 3 categories: companies selling simple pens, stylus selling companies, and companies selling smart pens in India. Simple pen selling companies include ITC Classmates, Arkeys Limited. Profit margins are from 30 to 40%. Stylus selling companies include Apple, ELB, RGB. Profit margin include from 20 to 30%. Companies selling smart pens in India include Skimmy, PrintMe, GiftMe. Profit margin include from 25 to 30%. Some of the competitors include Amazon Industry, which is the most famous in smart pen market. Scandal Industry, close competitor of Amazon and produces a good quality of pens. Wacom, which product key features include like voice recorder and USB drives, attracts a lot of customers. So coming to the economic changes that may affect our industry include changes in interest rates, increase in exchange rates, and inflation within the economy. Social changes which may affect our industry include safety and well-being of our employees. Product marketing is focused at 15 to 23-year-old aged students. The technological changes which may affect this industry include changes in technology. Of course, change in technology is a very crucial thing for our industry as it is focused on smart pens, and we need to closely monitor the customer behavior and the upgrade in the technologies. Major trends which may affect this industry are eco-friendly pens, least carbon footprint pens, cartridges are recyclable pens.
Hello everyone, I will be speaking on the design department of DigiDoodle, Rethink and Sharpen Infinite Ideas. I am Suvanki and I am the design head of DigiDoodle. Our group aims to develop a new smart pen, DigiDoodle. This smart pen is designed in such a way to stand out based on the functionality from other smart pens in the market, and we are trying to aim to the Indian market where the competition is relatively low. The problems related to the ordinary pens, the cramps, the muscular pains for writing for a long period, lack of concentration, having to make notes at low light. Several different groups of people also have ADHD, which stops them from focusing on tasks and can cause a major setback to their education. The solution, keeping the problems as mentioned before in mind, we are trying to develop a basic necessity for education which will be accessible, convenient, and functional for a large variety of students. Our target, not gender specific, age limit can be 15 to 23. Our basic product overview: pressure sensor, sanitizer, stylus, and spiral refill. The product description: our pen will have an inbuilt pressure sensor which can mostly help the graphic designers to make different shade strokes, the writers with proper shade writing, and also produces vibrations. The user gets distracted and loosens his grip. The stylus on one side of the pen makes it compatible with smartphones and tablets. The spiral refill incorporated maximizes the ink capacity. That means the pen can be used for longer duration. The sanitizer provided, this can be used by the users before they use the smart gadgets on their hands, and the container can be refilled by the users. The IR sensors provided, which can be used along with EcoDot paper, and this will enable the user to sync their notes directly into any Android or iOS device for future use. The EcoDot paper will be generated from recycled papers and will be made Adobe PostScript compatible. The workflow: the product design. The dimensions of the pen will be 12 into 8 centimeters. The LED will be powered by lithium cells. The body made of plastic. During the first launch of the product, we will only be having the basic features, that is pressure sensor, stylus, sanitizer, and spiral refill. At this point, it will be available only single color, that is black. A technical audit team will be formed, which will be evaluating the deficiencies, will be taking customer feedback for review, and improve the for the develop and take measures to improve the development of DigiDoodle. The brands of the raw materials to be used: pressure sensors, Honeywell; IR sensors, Global Electronics; sanitizer, Himalaya; and for EcoDot paper, we will be using built printing papers. The competitive advantage: for the other smart pens available in the market, they have recorders, timers, camera, etc., along with the pen, but no stylus, no green technology measures, no measures considering COVID-19 situations in world at present. Whereas we will be providing smart pens with both stylus and a pen like never before. Along with that, sanitizer, IR sensors, along with that, EcoDot paper. And the EcoDot paper will be using green technology because the paper will be printed using recyclable papers.
Market research and analysis. Here we will understand consumer behavior, tailor customer thoughts, and build customer profile. Here we were talking about consumer behavior. The most important aspect of market is not about the product price and profit. It's more about the consumer behavior that decides the ROI, that is return on investment. Here we will capture interested audience, create sensation, especially among the graphic designers and college students, and build databases on potential prospect as well as existing prospect to create a perfect customer profile. So our brand image will be created on the basis of our company, which is run by a CEO, not just a CEO, but a CEO, which will be a symbolism for women empowerment, and our associations with the organizations like Safe Paper and Safe Trees. Then this is the consumer behavior model that is we have adopted Engel Collard Blackwell model. The first part is information processing. We will give input about the certain customer, and it will store the information in the central control unit, where it will understand and evaluate the criterias of the product purchase and all the other particular things that the customer wants or likes. Then we will go through a decision process and the problem solving process, where the external and internal evaluation will be done and a proper decision outcome will be done on the basis of satisfactory and dissatisfactory review. Then the environmental influence will be mostly economic, social, cultural, and physical factors which will invariably influence our precision process. Then marketing strategy, AARRR. First is acquisition, how you get to know people by name. Then activation, how to give users a first experience, happy first experience. Then retention, how you keep them coming back for more. And in revenue, we will monetize. And in referral, we will tell people how to get to tell other people that our product is that good. Then we were talking about marketing plan, tri-phased ARR. Phase one, strategic positioning, brand and web presence. Phase two, blogging, PR, SEO, guerrilla marketing. Then phase three, advertising and revenue innovation. So the strategic positioning, we will answer the question: who is the customer and why should they buy the product? Brand development, we have developed a logo here, the catchy tagline which signifies the compatibility and longevity of a product as both stylus and a normal pen. Then our web presence, which will minimize expenses and maximize outreach and scope through social media, for example in YouTube, in Facebook, in Instagram, in all other dynamic web pages. Then phase two is mostly blogging, PR, SEO, and guerrilla marketing. Block strategy, digital PR, at partnering are normal things, and B2B, B2C environments will be doing all these things. Then we will be having SEO and building links, which will PPC, paper link betting, and link spreading, which will create a competitive benchmark in all the other online market. But the guerrilla marketing idea is the most important idea, where we will have a digital billboard to create awareness about saving paper, and we will install a small booth with a screen and smart pen where people can write important messages, which will be displayed on the digital billboard before we'll have a censorship check before the written content. It will create a group PR, and it will also help the brand to grow strategically with trust, reputation, and loyalty in addition to social awareness. And the third phase is mostly after the first and the second, where if the company has a successful outcome in first or 2 3 years, then we'll be doing a proper advertisement, and we will be crowdsourcing campaigns and we'll be doing briefings, and we will speak a lot about our explicit leadership in the market. So only then we will have the time to take the lead and take it on the road.
Coming to the marketing sector of our product, Digidoodle, I'm Shweta Kumarville, the marketing manager of this product. So, coming to the target market, what is a good product market fit? Do we have good enough market reception? Do we have statistics to prove that we will have a stable market? Is it high end? And what exactly is attractive about our product? So we do classify it as a luxury product as well as a digital pen. And looking at the statistics given on the screen, it's evident that we will have a stable market in the years to come. And the product market fit is very satisfiable because we are aiming at the millennial student generation, which is 15 to 23-year-olds. And they're always looking for something new, something innovative. And that's exactly what we bring to the table. So that's good enough for us to make a reasonable profit. Coming to the competitive advantage that we have over other luxury brands is that we don't just deal with a pen. We have a digital pen, a stylus, and a sanitizer compartment all in one place. And it's very much in line with the times, new and innovative, and something that will attract millennial minds. So, who exactly are these millennial minds that we're talking about? Our target customers. Coming to gender, we do not have anything specific. We do not discriminate. It's up for grabs for everyone. As I said, 15 to 23-year-olds, because that's what comprises the student range. Coming to the price, it is a bit on the pricier end because we did mention it's a luxury brand. It is high end. So rupees 4,999 to rupees 9,999 is reasonable because you will get your value for money as a one-time investment. And studying the consumer traits, all the millennial kids of this right now have a new lifestyle. They have new sense of brand consciousness. They have new interests like professions in art and design. And all of that is what we're providing in our one pen. And that is a good result for us in terms of stability and potential in the market. So, coming to our unique value proposition, I'll be explaining that with the 5 P's of marketing. So, coming to the product, it is an all in one everyday product with our unique selling point being the all in one sanitizer, pen, digital pen, and all of that. The place will be online shopping because it's easier, swifter, and much safer considering the times we're in right now. The price is a bit on the higher end, and promotion, the traditional methods will not work because we are dealing with the millennial generation. So, social media, advertising, contests, online pop up shops, and seasonal additions is what's going to give us a major boost in the market. Coming to our task force and workforce, 10 to 15 people will be brought in via internship programs and a PPO evaluation of existing outcomes. And to add and subtract the workforce as and when need is what we're looking at.
I'm the operational manager. When the startup scales up, I am responsible for regulating the supply chain management and the other intermediate processes. For our startup digital, 4 things have to be mainly looked into. Firstly is the location of our startup. Initially, we will target to sell our pens online in order to reduce the operational and the sanitization costs. The main office will be located in Bangalore. Bangalore accounts for 41% of all the new ventures launched in India, according to the World Startup Report. The city has premium colleges, which is very advantageous when seen from an HR point of view. The support from the Karnataka government also are prime reason. The service tax paid by the startup company started in the government of Karnataka, whose yearly turnover does not pass 50 lakhs for the initial 3 years, will be repaid. The Karnataka Information and Communication Tech Group of 2020 last year had given 100 crores to set apart for the startup incubation. Second part is the physical space and the equipment. Initially, renting out the land will be more profitable. The rent will be around 50 to 70,000 per month. Now, as for the main machinery, we will be requiring the pen making machine from Sigmatic, which costs about 15,000 rupees. In future, when we expand, we plan on buying the land for around 2 to 3 crores, and we will obviously want to buy a better pen manufacturing machine, that is the machine from Blue Impex, that is uh, costly and costs about 4.2 lakhs and has a guarantee period of over 3 years. Third comes the production process. Controlling these 4 points will help in increasing the production. Random checks will be conducted, and if the technical team is not satisfied at any stage, they can change it. Furthermore, the item is sold with 1 year of replacement warranty if there is any technical difficulty. The just-in-time inventory control method will be adopted to reduce wastage. As it is a small batch process, changes can be made as per the feedback. There are a few sensors installed in our product. The pressure sensors are from Honeywell, which costs about 1800 per piece. The IR sensors are from Global Electronics, which costs about 800 per piece. The total cost of all the raw materials combined for, for each piece is around 5,000. The maintenance cost usually begins after the guarantee period, that is about 3 to 4 years. Till that period, the maintenance cost is less, and after the guarantee period, it is around 20 to 30,000. Finally comes the staff. Skills required by the employees depends upon the domain. For the marketing domain, they must have good interpersonal skills and a thorough knowledge of marketing and advertisement. For the finance and R&D department, great analytical and critical thinking skills are required. For people in client care, great interpersonal skills, professionalism, proficiency in English, Hindi, and Kannada are required. Initially, for our startup, we won't be employing anyone. After it scales up, we plan on having 20 people, 5 for marketing, 2 for finance, 8 for R&D, and 5 for client care. Furthermore, the finance department is going to explain more on the money matters of this project.
Hello, I'm Sri Krishnan, the R&D head for DigiTool. A few things that we'll be looking at today are first, the competitors for DigiTool. Our competitors are divided into two types. First, companies that actually make products that are similar to us. For example, LiveScribe, Luidia, and Moleskine that each have their digital pen or smart pen line. And second, Apple, which is a huge company, and it makes this specific product called the Apple Smart Pencil, which is actually an accessory to the iPad. Now, looking at the sustainable competitive advantages that we have over these companies are first, the adapting product line, and second, the product differentiation. With our customizable features that we'll be releasing throughout the product release stage, we'll have an advantage over these companies because of the fact that the user experience keeps getting enhanced and even our product keeps evolving at each and every stage. The third thing is the low pricing and high quality. We'll be pricing our product at 9,999 rupees, which compared to the other products in the market is very cheap. Fourth thing is customer service. Quoting Eric Riles from the Lean Startup, finding out what the customer exactly needs, make sure that the startup is pushed towards the right direction. So we'll make sure that we'll have various surveys sent out to know what our customer exactly needs. With that, we come to the R&D strategies. Starting right from the idea, we'll make sure that we have a proper, well-devised plan so that we can implement these R&D strategies. Second, we'll find out who our major competitors are. And next, we'll go into protecting our product and property rights by filing for various copyright, trademark, and even patents for our product. Fourth, we'll be reaching out to customers to make sure they are satisfied and our product is enhanced as well. And fifth, we'll make sure that we release out further updates so that it paves towards the right path for the next generation of our products. Looking into a few common risks that we might be facing are security and data breaches, being outmaneuvered by competitors, reputation loss due to issues in the product, and liability due to staff, which are very common issues that might occur for every single startup. For most of these issues, hiring various professionals will be the right way to fix these issues. as well as making sure that we have the right features being updated regularly will make sure that we have our own stand in the market. And looking into unforeseen circumstances, I guess COVID-19 would be a great example for it. And moving towards the online market, we'll be able to thrive.
Hello, my name is Sapil and I'm the finance head for Digital. Under finances, we'll be talking about the margins, the overall finances, what are pricing strategies, the sales channels, and finally we'll end it with the break-even. Firstly, the margins. We are expecting to break even with our initial investments at about the fifth month into our startup. The overall capital that we're expecting to invest into the company is around 8.5 lakhs, and having a buffer of 2 lakhs gets us to about 10 lakhs 50,000, which amounts to around 1 lakh 30,000 when split up among 8 members of the company. And now, going to the overall finances, we can divide this into 3 terms: short term, intermediate, and long term finances. Now, starting off with the land rents, we wouldn't be constructing an office because it would become too expensive. So we'll be renting out a place. And in Bangalore, the average office spaces cost up to 50,000 per month. And all the equipment that we need for manufacturing pen will include the assembly line, the connection tools, the solders, and so on. All this would cost about 30,000 rupees to purchase. To register our company, we will need to register the trademark status and the private limited status, and all these documents will cost us around 10,000 rupees to complete. And also, Bangalore offers startups really good startup schemes that provide full tax returns if your company makes less than 50 lakhs as net turnover after the end of 2 years. And finally, the interiors of the office, which include the furniture, the fans, and also installing all the equipment will cost us another 20,000. Now moving to the intermediate costs, this will include the cost of the materials. So the pen includes a pressure sensor, an IR sensor, and all the assembling costs and the circuitry of the pen itself. The pressure sensor costs around 1,800, the IR sensor 800 for writing with the Equidot pen. And together, the overall manufacturing pen of the cost comes to around 5,000. And when we come to maintenance and bills, this includes the cost of electricity, the water bills, the internet bills, and finally keeping the place tidy. All this amounts to around 5,000 to 6,000 rupees per month. And also, our equipment that we use will need to be serviced every once in a while. It could be every year, and it could be every 2 weeks. And this could cost up to 20,000 rupees per service. And finally, we would not be having interns or employees till the first 3 months. But after that, we would be having employees or interns, maybe up to 10. For example, 5 for production, 5 for marketing, 5 for operations, maybe 2 for designing, and so on. And we would be providing 10,000 rupees per intern, which would put the estimated cost of up to about 1 lakh for intern expenses. And now coming to the long-term costs, we'll be looking at marketing in terms of newspapers or TV advertising, but mostly our approach would be through social media. And these include 2 types of advertisements. One will be cost per click and one will be cost per impression. Cost per click advertisements cost about 15 to 100 rupees every time a consumer clicks the advertisement. And cost per impression is when we pay 500 rupees, our product is broadcasted to 1,000 people. And we are estimating a marketing cost of about 10,000 rupees per month. And this could increase to even 1 lakh depending on how well our product works. And in the future, post success of our company, we might expand it to other 2 cities, and this can cost us up to 3 to 5 lakhs depending on how we want to set up our office, what equipment we'll be using, and so on. And finally, the research and development will be consuming about 3 to 5 lakhs a year. This will include all the trial and error and buying new components and trying to work it out and making a new product that will satisfy the consumer demands. Finally, this is the table of values, and these are all the numbers that we will be looking up at finances.
Hello, I am Shubham Jha and I am Financial Manager of DigiTotal. I am going to talk about pricing strategy of our company DigiTotal. Before strategizing any plan, our company should know what our competitors are doing to stand out in our market. So, first of all, we will look at 3 of our major competitors. First of all, LiveScribe Pen. LiveScribe Pen has IR sensors and they also have Eco Dot papers and audio recorders. They have a price point of 20,000 rupees. Luidia smart pens work with a separate sensor device that attach to your paper and live captures what you write, and it costs around 9,000. And Moleskine smart pens consist of recorders, and it costs around 11,000 per piece. So first of all, looking into R&D and profit margins, we can comfortably set our margin percentage as 20%, and it will set a price point of 6,000 per piece of our own company. So what will be our pricing strategy? We thought of doing market penetration as such. In this, we will first of all keep our prices lower than our competitors, and afterwards we will increase our price bit by bit as our company will start blooming, and afterwards we will increase the price. So now I will talk about sales distribution and channels. I will tell which channel types we are choosing, products and services they are providing, percentage of sales, and advantages and disadvantages are written here. First of all, shopfront, we are using 40 to 42% of our percentage of sales in shopfront that we will give it to reputed retailers. E-commerce sites, we are using at least 58 to 60%, and wholesale only 0 to 1% if we are incurring any loss. This is because we are know in the time of pandemic, we cannot risk to do it on shopfront. That's why we are what we say, giving more and more power to e-commerce. Okay, now break-even analysis, it's a very important concept for a newly formed business. This analysis is important for a business as it gives an owner an idea about how long it will take to them for them to earn their investments back. It's generally the number of product they have to sell to incur any profit or loss. So mathematically, it can be written as fixed cost upon contribution per cost. That is what is our profit percentage. So first of all, it is clear that our variable cost is 5,000 rupees. Fixed cost, rent, salary of employees, marketing, research and development, ambiguous cost, turn around to 1,86,000. Sales revenue, it's about 6,000. So contribution per unit will be 6,000 minus 5,000, that is 100,000. And break even will be fixed 1,86,000 upon 1,000, which will be 186.
Hi everyone, here we meet again. As stated by the marketing head Mr. Siddharth Das, I won't express myself as the CEO but the CEO of the company. So my roles include looking at the proper functioning of the overall startup and then motivate each of the members so that they give their best, conduct weekly audits and keep a track of our success or failure and analyze the same. Try to analyze the customer behavior towards our product and do necessary amendments. Once the startup is fully set up, then we can keep monthly audits as well. SWOT analysis of our products includes strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths include versatile usage of the product as the customer has a choice between stylus and the pen. Sanitization, as we provide sanitizer with our product, sanitization becomes an easier task for the customers. Eco-dot paper, it is formed from recycled papers and whatever you scribble on the paper is also reflected on the computer screen. Long ink life, as we provide spiral ripples, hence longer ink life. Weaknesses include higher price of the product as we provide a lot of features with the product itself. Some customers may find it less customizable as they may feel problematic from switching from pen to stylus. Opportunities include it is a new technology, new devices can be integrated in the future like voice recorder or torch and so on. We can also make a programmable interface in the future like apps or web design for that. We can also provide a smart fob with the product itself so that the user can find their pens easily. Threats include brand loyalty of big brands and misuse of the product. How we can reduce the weaknesses and threats? We can reduce the weaknesses by providing a user guide with our product so that the user can use the product easily. Threats can be reduced by issuing a policy which states that any misuse of the product will lead to penalty. Graceful exit. So for this, we need to follow some steps. First step includes identify the deal breakers. There are some of the problems which make our business entirely unsellable. So our task is to find those problems and solve them. Optimize the store, which is the step 2. After the deal breakers are done, we can optimize our store so that it becomes very easy for us to sell the business. Then prioritize the optimization efforts. All the optimization ideas which we have gathered in the step 2 are in step 3. We need to prioritize them. Then in step 4, according to the prioritization, we need to implement our ideas. Then determine the store value, which is the step 5. After these 5 steps are done, we need to build the brand image in the market, increase our profit, license our work, acquisition by major company, and we can also go for buyout, as in many large companies are interested in the products of startups. So we can approach them so that they can buy our product as well. The IPO, that is initial public offering, can also be done in this case, in which a privately owned company becomes a public sector, and we don't lose our shares easily. And we can keep it for a longer run. Avoidance of pitfalls. There are a lot of pitfalls that a startup may face at the beginning itself. So we have taken into care of all the pitfalls. Some of them include knowing the market beforehand, make proper business plan, getting organized, file for proper legal structure, and division of tasks. Changes in legal structure will affect our business in short term only and not in long term. And are we financially stable or not? Yes, we are, as the finance team has already discussed all the financial scenarios, all the unhappenings which may happen. But there are some of the unhappenings which are not taken into consideration by the finance team, but we have a money in amount with us so that we don't face those problems. Then, are we location handicapped? No, we aren't, because as explained by the operations manager, we place our business in Bangalore city, so we don't have any location handicap. Risk litigation, so threatened by lawsuit, this can be reduced by getting a proper legal structure. Increased litigation among partners, this can also be tackled in the future by making proper amendments in the legal structure and making proper shares and stating the proper shares of each of the members. Lack of employment documentation, we must provide a proper employment documentation for the same. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed the session and you got a lot of idea about our product. If you have any of the doubts regarding our product, feel free to contact us to the comment section.